Hi guys, it's Belle here, and blessed autumn equinox, or Mabon, or whatever you celebrate. It is that time of the year again. This is another tag swap between me and the very, very lovely Tiff over at Amethyst Raven. As always, links to her channel will be down below. Please go and check her out. And we have been doing a Wheel of the Year tag swap all year. So if you haven't seen any of those, if you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. But I do have a playlist, as does Tiff, over on her channel. And what we're basically doing is we're making a tag for each other. You will see us make our tag. And then at the end of this video, you'll see us open the tag we receive. So I will be opening Tiff's tag at the end of this video. So please do watch all the way through. And I don't know, I have a bit of an idea for this one, but as many of you will know, I've not been too well. I'm feeling better because I've started some treatment now. However, we're just going to see how today's goes. I've got an idea in my head, but I don't know. So we're going to go with it. So let's get started. So our tags are always 6 inches tall by 3.5 wide. So I have already cut out some pieces. I think I want that one possibly. I've already cut out some pieces and we are going to get started whilst I, during all this, talk to you about the autumn equinox and Mabon, and specifically the kind of things I do. I usually tell you a bit about the history, but that won't be so much in this one, and you'll understand why in a minute. But the first thing I want to do, guys, is I need to do some measuring. So we're not going to talk anything about the autumn equinox until I do my measuring, because me and maths are not friends and I cannot do both at the same time. So these are actually digital pages from a kit from Release the Crafting. I will leave the link to this kit down below. It's on their Etsy, so you can go check that out. I'm actually working with this kit at the moment, so I thought it would be brilliant for this. And I need to double these over. I feel like this will be the easiest way to do what I want to do, because I want to add 2 windows, and we're kind of going to be making 3 tags that will become a concertina tag. That's what we're going for. I probably shouldn't the way my brain is, but I'm excited and I had this idea, so I wanted to I'm just measuring that. Yeah, it's about 3.5 inches. I just wanted to give it a go. Both these sides are beautiful, but I'm going to use this side. Most of this will be cut out. So I have picked digital papers. Obviously, you don't have to if you're making this tag. But I have picked digital papers that I know on the background or even here can be written on. So like this can be written all over. This could be at the front. I do want the flower at the front. So they can be written on. But we are going to cut these out. I just need to trim everything a teensy bit and make sure it's all 3.5. So if it's not, I need to trim that. And yeah, I want a couple of windows on here. Yep, that's perfect. And that involves measuring. Why do I do this to myself? Anyway. What I am going to do is I'm probably going to, I need a rectangle. I could find something that's rectangular in shape. That might work. Let me have a look. Okay, so I made myself, just out of a little bit of craft card, a sort of something to draw around. So it's 2 3/4 inches wide and 5 inches long, which should give me enough space to 1, put the tabs on, and 2, be able to stitch around, which is super important. So I am literally going to put that on there and on there. I'm just going to draw around this in pencil, like so. Oh, that went a bit high. Thank goodness it's in pencil. So there and there. And then if I line these up, because I kind of need these cut exactly the same. I could have measured, I didn't. I'm okay with that. If it's a bit off, it's a bit off. We can fix it. But, oh no, not the, no. It's actually the wrong side, because we're not going to see any of that flower. So if I do it this side, doesn't matter so much. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of measure it up and do it by eye. Eyeball measuring, my favorite kind. As a perfectionist, you would think, or as someone prone to perfectionism, you would think it would really bother me. But I'm just happy to be crafting right now, so I'm not going to let it bother me at all. Okay, and now I'm going to take my craft knife and I am literally going to cut out the center, but I'm going to attach both so that I cut out both sides at once. Actually, as I was doing it, I wanted to show you how to do this kind of technique, which works quite well. It's a bit hard to see, so I'm going to do it on a lighter piece because it's a little bit difficult, I say, as I can't see. Let me just go around this again. Okay, I actually ended up going back around it in pen because it's easier for both you guys to see and for me to see without my head right down under the camera. So if you go from corner to corner and put a ruler right in that corner and you go across, make sure you're really pressing down because you're going through, if you're doing this technique, you're going through two bits of paper, so you can see some of it is still a bit thingy, but it will cut. And then from corner to corner again, I will make sure that I not only cut out the pen line, but that I will ink around it anyway. And you're left with something like this, which then makes it much easier to either use your scissors or to cut out using your craft knife. Okay, they're both cut out, as you can see. And now I'm going to ink around them in some ground espresso, and we'll start talking a little bit about Mabon or the Autumn Equinox. Now, normally, you will know, if you have been following along with this, that normally for me, I really go into detail on the Irish traditions, being Irish born myself. I go into the Irish traditions and things like that. And many of the festivals, as I've explained in other videos, in the neo-pagan Wheel of the Year, which was created in about the I want to say 50, 60, something like that, actually come from many of the names of them come from old Irish celebrations. However, the Autumn Equinox, or Mabon, does not. Mabon is actually a Welsh folklore story. I'm not going to get into that as much. Tiff may talk about it. Tiff's really good in giving you loads and loads of general information, crystals and everything. She's really good at doing that, and she also explains how she celebrates, and we have some similarities, Tiff and I, but we also have a few differences, and I tend to mainly celebrate the Irish traditions. However, Mabon is not Irish. As I said, it is Welsh, and it was created, or it was taken as the name for this festival. That is not to say that the Irish did not celebrate this time of year. The Autumn Equinox around the world was important for ancient civilizations. If you think about the fact that people were living in a world without technology, we're talking pre-industrial kind of ancient world, without technology, without light pollution, without sound pollution, without all that stuff. If you think about that, these are postcards that I've printed out an overhead projector. They are from the old design shop. If they still have them in shop on Etsy, I will link these for you. If you think about that, then the skies, astrological events and things were very important to our ancestors, because that's what they spent half their life looking at: the skies, the moon, the sun. Their life revolved around the seasons and the weather and stuff. So they would have definitely celebrated, including the ancient Irish, would have done things around the equinox. And actually in Irish Gaelic, in that culture, in that language, oh, that fits in beautifully. Then the word for, which one do I want? The word for September is manfor, which means mid-harvest. So the fact that that is the word, I was going to say you can write on them. What's the point? It's completely cut out. What are you talking about, Belle? It doesn't matter. That means harvest, mid-harvest. And the first harvest festival, as I have spoken about, where is the other thing, was Lunasa. So they would definitely have celebrated the mid-harvest time. It would have been important to our ancestors. I'll do it just under 3.5 because I want it to fit in. Yep. It needs to be stitched around, so they would have celebrated, obviously, like I said, the changing seasons and things. But there's no direct correlation between Mabon and the ancient Irish. However, that does not mean that I do not celebrate it. I do celebrate the equinox. And hold on, I need to put these on here so I can see them. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some dried leaves in here. I love this time of year. For me, so the equinox falls anywhere between the 21st and the sort of 23rd, 24th. This year it's on the 22nd. And for me, this is one of my favourite. These are some leaves that I've dried myself. One of my favourite times. I love Imbolc, which is in February. And for me, the equinox is all about balance. That's one of the themes of the equinox. Night and day are equal lengths. And for me, this is, oh, I love that. Maybe I'll have it coming down that way. I think I will. The balance for me falls with this equinox and Imbolc. So at Imbolc, we're coming into the light part of the year. We are getting energized. We are planning our year. We are planting seeds, both physically and metaphorically. And it is the time we are entering the light half of the year. Where did this get a mark on it? For the equinox, it's the actual opposite. So again, the balance. We are entering the dark part of the year. Both of these Sabbats, to me, have a calming feel to them. They're gentle, they're calm, they're sweet. They are just two favourites for me. What I am going to do, actually, guys, before I continue, I need to glue this into here. That's what I need to do. I'm wondering which way around I want it. Maybe this way. Yeah. Are you getting the theme of my card? What I really need to do now is I need to glue this, and I need to stitch around these. Okay guys, I have stitched through those. We have extra here, so I'm just going to cut that off. So as I was saying, they're kind of the opposite. Mabon is such a sweet, gentle Sabbath. So basically, this is called many things. It's sometimes called Harvest Home. It's called Mabon. It's called the Autumn Equinox. It's also sometimes called, although I feel like this is very modern, so I don't know, but the theme I suppose works, is it's sometimes called the Witch's Thanksgiving. This, guys, is a time of gratitude. This is a time where we think about what has happened in the year. We look at what we have sown, what we have reaped, quite literally sometimes, what's in your garden, but also, you know, metaphysically, spiritually, all that kind of thing. We look at what we have sown. We gather in, we take stock, as you would at harvest time, and we start to prepare for the winter months. This is one of those festivals that I would normally do lots with my children. Still, you know, with cooking and everything. Let me get a wet wipe. So meeting up with family and friends, we would go to celebrations, we would do all that. But out of all the celebrations in the year, this is one of those that I would spend a lot of it by myself in the evenings. It is a great time if you have access to outdoor space to just, on the evening of the solstice, of the equinox, to sit outside and really, really have some deep thoughts. Think about how your year's gone, what has happened. You are going to give gratitude. This is a great time to start a gratitude journal if you don't do it. I used to do gratitude journaling all the time. I've not been as active in that for the past year. And a really simple way to start a gratitude journal is to stop at the end of each day and maybe just write one thing down you're grateful for. And again, many people are like, oh, but I don't have anything. But you all do. You all have something. Has it been a sunny day? Have you enjoyed the weather? Did you see a bird that you love to see? Did you hear a piece of music that you love? You know, there's things we can all be grateful for, big and small. But this is a celebration. I'm actually going to put some tea dyed paper so you can see these things. This is a celebration of gratitude and gratefulness. Look at that. They're going to go on top of each other. What do you think, guys? I kind of love it. There's not going to be a lot of writing room in this journal. And then we're going to have this one, which should be the same size. Yeah. And we are going to actually trim them all at the same time. Let me get my clips here. Yeah, it's a great time to start a gratitude journal. What are you grateful for this year? What have you achieved this year? What had you planned to do, but maybe not, but doesn't serve you any longer? Just like leaves falling from the trees are letting go of what won't serve them through the darker part of the year. And it's time for us to really let go of things that don't serve us anymore. It's time for us to, maybe there were things we didn't get to achieve this year. That's okay. Are they going to be goals for next year? Maybe. Or maybe they just weren't meant to be goals at the moment. It's a massive time of reflection. Honestly, one of my favourite things to do during Mabon is to sit outside with a wonderful warm blanket, maybe by a little lit fire, and just look up at the sky and reflect and think about the year and what has come. And this year in particular, I am going to have so much to be thankful for. I have had some health challenges, but hopefully they are now on the mend. There's just so many things that have happened this year that are wonderful. You know, small and big things. It will be my daughter's wedding, but that will be after Mabon, or the equinox, but still. There's just so much to be thankful for. And this is a great time. Did I not glue around that? This is a great time to do that. Just sit outside with that. So it's a time of reflection. It's a time of gratitude. It's a time of counting your blessings and looking at what you have, as I said, reaped and sown this year. It's just such a gentle time. And in today's modern world, guys, we are surrounded by social media. People are telling you should work every single day. The old adage, work to live, is no longer. People are just like, you've got to live to work. It's quite toxic in that way, society. And we are just told to be on the go, go, go all the time. Noise, sound. Everything's fast now. Fast food, fast fashion. You know, shows don't come out once a week, or very few shows do. They come out in one go, you binge it, you forget it, you move on. It's a time of like just speed in society now. And what I love is that this time of year calls you to stop, to be still, to reflect, to slow down. Nature is slowing down all around us. Well, it depends where you live. Obviously, in the southern hemisphere, you're actually going into spring. So it's a little bit different for you guys. But here in the northern hemisphere, things are slowing down. And again, it will depend where you live. If you don't live in a place that's very seasonal, this may not always apply to you. However, what I would always suggest, right, I've got a couple of options here that I want to look at. There was another one. Where was the other one I really, really wanted? I think it's this one. What I would suggest is look at what's around you and live in harmony. Did I put those the wrong way? I have. I put them upside down. I wanted them to look like they were falling. Do you know what? It really doesn't matter. Do I like that one best? I feel like I do because it's got leaves and acorns in it. Okay, brilliant. This is one of my own autumnal photographs, by the way, guys. The Sabbats ask you to stop. All year they ask you to stop and really think about what's going on around you and take time out for yourself. But the darker parts of the month really call on you to completely slow down. And I feel like, I know in today's society, many of us are struggling with things, be that health, mental health, lack of ability to just get everything done. I've got some of this paper that was in my stash. I'm trying to work out which way I want it because they both look absolutely delicious. I'm going to make this into a magnet. And I think a lot of people don't do that. And then our ancient ancestral bodies and memory is telling us, stop, stop. It's time to go inwards. And today's society is just like, what are you doing? Keep going. If you slow down at all, there's something wrong. You know, you're weak. If you don't keep going, there's something wrong. And that's not true. Let's look at the nature around us. What's animals doing? They've been prepping for winter. And that's part of what this Sabbath is all about. It is time not only to take stock and be grateful. And also another great thing to do is to write down what you're grateful for. Or if people have done things for you during the year, you know, this is a great time to say thank you to them. Either by writing a letter, sending a card, whatever it is, this is a good time to share gratitude with others and just thank them. How often do we just stop and say, do you know what you did earlier this year, which was such and such, was super helpful and thank you so much. But it's not just about that. It is about getting prepared. The winter times are here. As from, I think it was the summer solstice, our days were getting shorter, and definitely I can already see that where I am. The days are definitely getting shorter. You know, the nights are coming in sooner. Many of us suffer with seasonal affectiveness disorder. Not me, but I have to say, as I've got older, I do find more January time actually that I've had enough of the dark months, and I'm really looking forward to the brighter months again. But this is a time to prepare. The animals are doing it too. So our ancestors would have spent this time getting food stocks ready for the winter months, because obviously they have to survive on that until they can grow things again. They would be checking their animals, making sure their animals are healthy and going to make it through the winter months as well. They would be getting in their stocks. This is a great time to pickle. This is a great time to preserve, make jams, do all that kind of thing. They would have preserved their meats. They would have been getting the hay in, because they needed not only to feed themselves, but they needed to feed their animals through the winter months. So we can carry this into modern day. This, like I said, it's a great time to preserve, make jams, pickle things. Fill your freezer with soups and stews and breads, and just because, you know, all that good food. Oh my gosh. Now, I have said every festival for me, every Sabbath for me is one to do with food. I love to cook. I love to eat. And, you know, in Ireland, a lot of our celebrations are lots of good food and drink and whatever that is. And also getting together with family and friends. There may be an issue with this. It's all right. I'll make it work. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stitch around this. Okay, I've stitched around that. I'm not going to make this into a hidden pocket. I could, but I'm not going to. So yes, food. Food's always a big thing in Ireland, and it's a big thing in my house. But this is definitely the time of year coziness. If you love that Scandinavian, what is it, hygge? If you love that, the idea of being cozy and everything, this is basically what Mabon, or the Equinox, is all about. So for me personally, what I would do, the practical things, because I do like sharing the practical things with you. Tiff often tells you how she celebrates as well, and I feel like I do tell you how I celebrate, but I look at the practical and the family side of celebrations rather than going into my spiritual practice a lot of the time. But I share that more with you next year. But one of the practical things is, at Imbolc, for me, I start my spring clean. A lot of people start it more in spring around Astara, but I start it in Imbolc. And I will do the next big clean of the house at Mabon, at the Equinox. Because we have, where is all the fabric? I had a load of fabric. So sorry if you can hear noise in the background. My neighbours are seem to be enjoying themselves. So yeah, I do my autumnal. This is some eco and rust dyed fabric. I do my autumnal spring clean, my autumnal clean. I mean, we're coming into a very, very busy time of year for some of us, especially if you celebrate things like the festive season. So we are coming into, how do I want this to open? I feel like this needs to be on this side, but then I have to be so careful. So maybe I am going to do it on this. Oh, this is going to be so tight, guys. This is going to be like ridiculously tight because I need this to go on there. So what I might do is I might actually go and try and stitch that down here. I might actually go and try and stitch that and then come back and attach it to here. Okay guys, I did that off camera because I needed to think and I needed to be very careful about my stitching. Trust me to give myself something very difficult to do when my brain's still not 100%. But I've used some eco-dyed fabric and some rust dyed in these oranges and browns. And you can you see the leaves and then my photographs? I really just wanted it to be almost like the leaves are falling, and now we have all these threads, which I love. You can even have it like that if she wanted to. I just wanted it to be as if, or even turn it that way. You won't be able to once there's a pocket on the back, but that's why I wanted the leaves the other way. But do you know what? I stitched it on wrong and it still goes, and I love it. And I managed to just do a straight stitch really thinly down there, and that does still open. Oof, there was a lot. Okay, let's grab some things to decorate. I also have a pocket that I want to put on the back. That's not it. Where's the pocket? So yeah, so I do my big autumnal clean at this time of year. These again are from a Release the Crafting kit. I do my big autumn clean. If you do celebrate festive season, obviously this is also a time of year where you might be getting a lot of gifts at some point. So it's just good to do a big clean, a big declutter, make space in your home for things that are coming in. Let go of things that really you don't need. You just don't. And make sure your house is ready to be a homey cave, because this is the whole point. It is time to really, you're going to be inside more. It's the darker part of the year, so you are going to be in the home more. So make your home beautiful. Make it smell amazing. Put twinkly lights absolutely everywhere. Get out your coziest blankets. Swap out your pillows. Bring in beautiful autumnal foliage to decorate with. Go looking for fir cones and acorns and conkers and all, I mean, they're very British, but whatever's in your area. Bring all those things into your home. Plus, conkers are great for keeping spiders at bay. So I have them hanging up everywhere. Although we still get very forceful spiders. But yes, bring all that in. Decorate with the browns and the golds and the oranges and the reds that symbolise autumn. Try to see how big that is. Is it bigger than 3.5? It might just be okay. It might just fit. Yeah. Bring all that into your home. Make it cozy. Make it a place you want to spend as much time as possible in. Bring in your favourite autumnal scents. For me, that's anything to do with pumpkin and cinnamon and clove. They're also very festive scents. But pumpkin and breads and all that kind of, oh, just wonderfulness. Get out all your candles, your faux candles, your real candles, whatever you want to get out. I'm trying to work out if I want a double pocket or not, or I might just leave it like so. Bring all that into your home. Clean, get ready, get prepared. Also, whilst you're doing that, think about your wardrobe. As part of your cleaning, you're probably going to be switching from your spring summer clothes if you do a seasonal wardrobe. Make space, get out all your jumpers and your favourite autumnal winter clothing. But also, don't just do that. Have a look at your clothing. What do you want to get rid of? What no longer serves you, fits you, whatever. Don't hold on to these things. Don't hold on to images of what you think you should be or what you were 10 years ago. Let that go. Be grateful for who you are now. Show gratitude for how your body is at this time in your life. That comes over a little bit, but you know what? I don't mind, and I don't think Tiff will mind. Do all of that and fix any clothes that need fixing. Really have a good look at everything. I feel like I want to put September. Do I want to put it down on the picture? Maybe. Have a good look at what needs fixing. What do you need to repurchase? Do you need new coats? We are crafters. Maybe you want to make yourself some new gloves if you stitch or if you knit or crochet. Maybe you want to do something like that. Just have a look at what needs fixing, what needs doing, and also do that around your house. What needs fixing in your home? What do you need to get prepared? This is a great time if you live in a climate where you're going to need your heating and stuff, this is a great time to check that your boiler and your pipes and everything are going to be working before you turn it on for the winter months, because that is a big problem that a lot of people face. Maybe clean your gutters. There's going to be a lot of leaves falling in them and things like that. Do anything in your garden that needs doing. Fix anything in your house as you're cleaning. Make a list of what needs repairing as you work through it in September and stuff. It's just a time of preparation for the winter months. Our animals who hibernate have been getting their food stores. Oh, I love it. They've been getting their food stores and making their nests and everything, their homes. So we should be following their example for that within our own homes, and that's all part of my celebration itself. Is, you know, I take time around September between the equinox and Samhain to really get things prepped, making space for what's new that's going to come in the darker months, but really just making my home as wonderfully cozy as possible. Yeah, so this is it's a quiet time, it's a time of reflection, and yet it's also a busy time with getting ready. But many of us don't take enough time to do that, and then we're rushing around going, oh no, I needed this, I needed that, and we haven't brought it. Right, I'm going to open some of these. They're exactly the same pack, so we don't do that. We don't give ourselves the permission, the time to sort of do all that, and we really need to. I'm wondering actually about putting some vellum stickers on here as well. Doesn't that go really well? We could put the mushroom. Oh, I love the mushroom as well. We can still see the leaves with the mushroom. We've got smaller mushrooms actually. Maybe they'll work better. Oh yes, yes. Some dried leaves. We could still put a sunflower on here. We can still see the dry. I don't want the sunflower. I just don't. I use them a lot on my other ones, so I want to keep this more really autumnal. This is a great time, as always. Go into the woods, go see what you can collect, as I said. But something I did this year for the first time, and I highly recommend it. Let me get this sticker off. Okay, I'm going to be honest, guys. I had to do all that off camera because between my coordination and how difficult these stickers are, I had to do it all off camera. So you can see I've added a mushroom, a fir cone, some leaves, a leaf there. I didn't add anything to here because I just want my leaves to shine. And then on the back, I added some more on there. Then I grabbed these words that are all from Release the Crafting. So we've got the Gathering Dark, Autumn's Return, Season of Change, which works with autumn. So yeah, so I was saying, you get your home ready. Now for activities, there's so many things you can do. Walk in the woods, collect things, like I said. Leaf doodling, which is something I have been doing all sorts of crafts with leaves is a really good idea. You know, you can make little lamps and things out of dried leaves in glass jars, and that would look so cozy for this time of year. Obviously, always find some books. Make a list of the movies you want to watch. Go for woodland walks, like I said. Make wreaths, make anything to do with that. But obviously a big one is baking, guys. Baking is a great one to do at this time of year. I'm thinking about putting this up here just because there's that little gap there. So we can put that up there. And we would still sort of see it through there. But I don't know if I like that. Do I not? Yeah, we're going to do it, which means I need to really make sure this is all inked. Baking. But the fruit of the month is, well, any kind of berry and stuff, but apple. Now, I have my own apple tree. And my own pear tree and plum and cherry and stuff, but my apple tree is kind of my special tree, and I have said how for each of the festivals I decorate it in different ways. For this time of year, obviously I do have a few apples left, but I've already been collecting apples and pears to make things with. I don't like that. So I could put that on there, actually. That's what I'm going to do. So anything with apples, apple pies, apple crumbles, apple jam, whatever you want to make. Oh, I love a spiced apple compote. This is the time of year that with my porridge, I will be having spiced apple or pear compote. I also make a spiced apple cake that almost just, one of my sons says it tastes like Christmas. But for me, it is just delicious at this time of year. You should be making soups and things like that, and stews and pies, lots and lots of pies. I'm Irish, so pies with mashed potato top, lentils, and good rich, if you eat meat, I suppose rich meats like steaks and stuff. I don't, so it's lots of deep lentils and mushrooms and just all of that. So we've got Autumn's Return, Season of Change, The Gathering, Dark. I love. We should start putting things in here. I have a couple more of my own photos that I wanted to add because we have one of these with some conkers on it. So let's do that. So yeah, baking, guys. If you don't bake, just go treat yourself to something appley. Maybe you don't like apples. I find that so difficult to understand, but maybe you don't. But yeah, apples are definitely the fruit of choice. My little apple tree at this time of year, I hang just little notes of gratitude on it, actually. That's my main thing that I like to do at this time of year. With that, these all need to be backed, so I need to do that. And then I have a few other bits that I wanted to add. Again, they're from the Release the Crafting pieces. Sorry, but they have like Equinox in there. I thought that would work really, really well. So I'm going to put that. So that's what happens to my little apple tree. Now, sometimes you will hear that people, especially, I've kind of heard this sort of happened, the Druids did in Ireland. I don't know. It wasn't something I was kind of raised knowing. But apparently the Druids would sometimes go out and at this time of year give thanks to the trees and the green man for their harvests and stuff. Now, I do that at Yule. So I don't do it at this time of year. But, another really good activity to do this time of year. It's starting to get into winter, depending on where you live. And a really good thing to do is make sure that you've got a bird feeder. If you've got somewhere to hang one, make your own bird food. Also, maybe pick up or make some wild bird food for, like, if you've got ducks or swans or something at rivers close to you, this is a great time to make something for them, because they can't eat. You shouldn't be feeding ducks or anything like that. You shouldn't be feeding them bread. It's very, very bad for them. Why can't I find my glue book? Okay, so I have just cut around these, stitched them, all that kind of thing. We're just going to quickly ink around them. I feel like I've been talking for ages, so I apologise for that. The other thing about this year, as I've said, it's all about balance. So that's a really good time to check in on yourself and see where in your life you need more balance. Especially at this time of year, some people tend to overspend because of the festive season. So just have a look at everything. Where do you need more balance in your life? Are you not active enough? Are you not eating well enough? Are you maybe not having time to do some of the things that you want to do? Are you working too hard and not finding the time to really enjoy yourself? Are you spending too much? You know, it's really a time to find all this balance in your life. Also, if you do yoga like I do, it's a great time to look at some new poses. Now, I want a tab on here, and I'm trying to work out where I want a tab. It might have to go on the back. Let me put, hold on. I do have a load of fabrics. We could have different tabs. Oh, do you know what I've got? I actually pulled out some leaves, but now I'm looking at them, I think they're going to be too big. Like, I just feel like I could put it on the inside, but I just feel like that looks too big. But I kind of love it like that. What do we think, guys? I know I can't hear you. No, that's not what I want at all. I do have some of this wonderful fabric, but then we could just... Should we have this? Oh, I love this. Okay, let's put a hole in this. Now, I'm not going to, normally I'll add a couple of recipes or a prayer or something. I'm not going to add that. If you want to go see what I do add, you can go over to Tiff's channel, but I feel like I've been talking too long and this video is too long. So I'm not going to add those on camera, but I will write on the back of these things and add those kind of bits to it. So anyway, yes, this is a time for good food, candlelight, coziness, just being grateful, being thankful, and having a look at where your life needs more balance, doing some house cleaning and slowing down, guys. Winter is coming. I know that's a famous movie, but it is coming. The dark months are coming. But also times of festivity and everything. I love fraying these. So I do love it. Love it so much. Let's add this in here. I want to add lots of space where Tiff can write her own things and I can add a few little bits in there for her too. And definitely what I think I want to add in here is I want to add some little strips of eco dyed paper because I have some left. Okay, so there we go. I've stitched across the top but not through the tag. Some extra writing space because why not? And let's just add our charms, guys. I have a few other bits I want to do. I'm trying to work out. I think I might have to add my charms on the back. It's a bit unconventional, but I don't think it will work on the front. I mean, they could go over the front and hold it in place. Let's just see. So I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about the autumn equinox. It's always interesting to do one that is not so based on the ancient Irish. You know, that is interesting. And I hope you still found something of interest in it. I really wanted to add the apple, but I think that's too much. Maybe I could add the apple onto the back. Yeah, maybe some things that you're thinking that you could do in your life. And love that. And I hope I've just encouraged you to just take time to stop. And starting a gratitude journal or just practicing gratitude is such an easy... Oh, I love that. And it does hold it in place. So when you then move them, this will open. But it can also just hold it flat. Oh, I do love that. I am wondering, though, I really do want an apple. Maybe I'll add that somewhere else. Maybe Tiff would like it somewhere else. Let's have a mushroom. I don't know. I think I'm going to add this, though, this little leaf here. So I hope I've encouraged you to do that. I really hope this video isn't too long because you've still got to watch Tiff's as well. I'm going to put that there. But that's it for now, guys. Let's have a quick look. Like I said, go over to Tiff's. You'll see the prayers and things or the recipes I'm going to add. So we have this triple layer window where you can see the postcard. Then that opens. You see my dried leaves. Then we've got my picture. Then that opens for writing space, and that can all, it could literally sit like that where you can look through it. I think that'll be quite cute. We got our squirrel because it's that time of year, and the squirrel is already has stolen all my hazelnuts or used them. And then we've got one of my photographs on the back and just some autumnal bits in a Mabon pocket. So that's it for now. Please do keep watching to see the wonderful tag that Tiff has sent me. So now comes the really fun part. It is opening Tiff's tag to me. I've already cut the ends, so I'm not having to do that in camera. And she's put these gorgeous little stickers all over. There's some on the front, but obviously I'm not going to show you that because that's got my address. So let's see what she's made me. Woohoo! Yummy colours. Let me just check. There's nothing else in there. No, there isn't. Oh, this mushroom stamp. Can you see that? The wax seal. Can I get that up? That is delicious. Get so excited. All this bright orange as well. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, she's added a few extras. Oh, Tiff, you are just so sweet. Okay, so I'll put these, I'll look at them now. A little worry stone. Oh, that's really sweet. Oh, that feels really nice in the hands as well. Thank you, Tiff. That will come in very helpful at the moment. And we have a little mushroom die set, which I have not seen this before. Is it one piece? I don't want to open it. It says, it's 4 pieces. It literally says that. So this must be 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that will come in useful. Thank you for that. I'm guessing this is the card. Oh, where do you find these? Look at that. This actually looks just like a lake where I often go walking. It's absolutely beautiful. So let me just read this quickly. Hi Belle, Mabon blessings to you and your family. For some reason I stuck to the more autumn vibes, cornucopia, food kind of vibes rather than the equinox side. I kept thinking, oh, I need to get something to do with balance in there, but I just wasn't getting the inspiration in that space. And go straight to autumn coziness for this equinox, which is what I was talking about. This is like the cozy, it's time for the bear months. So we are thinking on the same wavelength. I've kept it very simple and left you lots of writing space, as I feel like this is the time when you're probably writing down recipes and foodie ideas. Yes, I am. Accidentally ordered 2 of those die sets. I thought you might like one. I do. Thank you so much. And was in Glastonbury recently and came across this worry stone, which will come in handy what you're going through at the moment. Yes, it definitely will. Okay, so I didn't read everything. I left some bits in there. I really need to get back to Glastonbury. I have not been, hold on. I have not been in quite a while. So that is a must. I absolutely love this napkin. I really do. Oh, okay. I'm getting excited by the napkin. I'm just unwrapping, but I want to see the tag. Oh. Okay, front first. So excited. I've seen my little bat already. If you don't know, if this is your first video of this swap that you've watched, Tiff has very sweetly been adding a bat to each of the tags she has made me. And we have our little bat, mushrooms, pumpkins, all that good stuff. Oh, it's just so much. I love these beads. Oh, that's really textured. Pentacle, the leaf and a moon. This is really nice. Oh, it's on elastic as well. Oh, I like that. It's the simple things with me. And look at the cornucopia that you drew. Oh, that is stunning, Tiff. It is so, so good. I know you were talking about you've been looking to find one, or you've just recently found one for decor. I have a little one that I always use too. That is beautiful. I love how you've drawn that. You inspire me so much with your drawing. We've got all about Mabon here. Love the colours. Oh, there's a little bit of stitching down the side. That feels nice too. I just like that little detail. Like, you could have added all sorts of different types of stitching, but this little bit, that works, that pops. It's lovely. We've got our little pocket here with all this stenciling in these great colours. And then in this pocket, so we have a little bit of a mushroom, note paper. I recognise it. Yeah, we've been using the same books. They're the Llewellyn ones, aren't they? I love that. Yes, lots of writing space. And I just like that little touch there. Really love that cornucopia, Tiff. It's so sweet. Okay, what have we got here? All about apple. Witchy recipe nettle soup. I've never made nettle soup before. I've had, I think, nettle tea. I do allow a patch of my garden to have nettles in all year round. But I've never made nettle soup before. It's meant to be really, really good for you. And some moon magic. Oh, I like that. So maybe I will try nettle soup. If I do, Tiff, I will let you know how that goes. Cinnamon and clove tea. I mean, it's just two of my favourite things in the whole wide world. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, I'm Irish and was born in Ireland, grew up there, and in Northern Ireland. And Northern Ireland, Belfast in particular, became very famous for clove sweets. They're like clove rock, but they're proper little sweets. And as a child, I used to eat these all the time. And it was only when we left Ireland that I realised that it wasn't really a thing anywhere else. And I always have some clove sweets at home. I love my clove sweets. If they don't make your tongue go slightly numb, then they've not got enough clove or cinnamon in them. So cinnamon and clove tea, that looks really, really yummy. I mean, I don't use caffeinated tea, but I probably can adapt that. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the recipe and a gratitude box, which, as I said in my video, it's all about gratitude and things. Oh, I like how that opens. I like that. I like that. Oh! I just thought it opened like that. It opens like this. Silly me. Oh, there's the apples. And there's another one of those fun labels. I really like those. And another bat. Another bat. Love it. Love this. Between the texture and the colours. I love that. Writing space. So we have spiced vinegar. Yum, yum, yum. Vinegar with cinnamon and clove. I don't think I've made that before. I have made flavoured vinegar. Pickled beetroot, another favourite. Pickled cabbage, another favourite. Lots of writing space. Love these little owls, this little sticker here. And all the stenciling is so pretty in these colours. Oh, there is lots of room to write in here, Tiff, and lots of lots of inspiration for me to take. I'm getting distracted by the recipes. Stop looking at the recipes, Belle. Oh, I love that. I do love that. I know you said it's simple. I've been making very simple ones recently, but, you know, needs must at the moment. But I think it's beautiful as it is. I think all the stenciling you've done, you do beautiful kind of collage of all these pieces. Your cornucopia is beautiful. I feel like what I want to do is almost attach these in here or here, just so I can see this. I also really like this paper, actually. This is really nice. Anyway, gosh, I'm getting super, super distracted. Oh, thank you so much, Tiff, for yet another wonderful tag. And our thought processes were going in the same direction with the autumn feels, with the autumn colours and cozy vibes. So yes, same wavelength. And I will definitely be trying that tea too. So thank you so much, Tiff, for another amazing tag swap. Oh, I feel sad. There's just 2 more left. But Yes, what a wonderful swap. And thank you so much for the extra die set. I will definitely be using that. And for the worry stone, that will come in very handy. And this will go in a journal that I am working on at the moment. So perfect, perfect, perfect. Another wonderful swap. And yes, I just love this. It's very much my colorway and has some of my favorite things on it. So thank you so much. Please do head over to Tiff's channel. She is super lovely. She makes wonderful things. She's very creative. She is a great storyteller. So please do go over and see her not only make this, but check out some of her other videos, because I'm sure you will love them as much as I do. And yes, we will be back again soon with another swap. Until next time, guys. Firstly, please do like, subscribe, share and comment if you haven't already. And wherever you are in the world and whatever you're celebrating, Mabon blessings to those of you who celebrate it. And I just hope you're all having a wonderful autumnal equinox and lots of crafty fun. Bye for now.